Happy Saturday. I was getting the idea of not half-assing because I was walking and thinking of a few situations that I had been through. So I'll just share a quick little rundown of what was on my mind. So back, what was it? Back when I was at the tail end of of working towards my black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I, was fighting through my back injury, which was really bad at the time. I had dropped a bunch of weight. Then my health had really started to decline because I wasn't taking medication anymore, and I was I was training a lot, and I was teaching for free and all these other things, and I was just going through a really hard time in school, just all kinds of stuff going on, a lot of like changes, and I really felt down and really crazy, anxiety and all this other stuff, but I kept working through it, and then I finally received my black belt. Currently, right now, going through a lot of health problems, pushing, trying to get this freeboarding goal, attained, and I've been at it for, heck, going on a few years now, and it's just like an uphill battle when you have an injury. But same thing, I'm not gaining at the level that I want to gain at, but I have these little pockets of breakthroughs, and even though they haven't equaled up to where in my mind I would be when I started, I still feel those little, I have those glimpses, those of, oh, one day, you'll get there. It just won't, it just isn't now, or whatever, and that's fine. The third one is, like while in college, I remember, taking all these credits and, being hospitalized for anxiety and, just going through all kind of stresses, the stresses of being a parent and just all these things. But I pushed through and I still got, what I wanted out of it. All these situations aren't perfect, but what I can say is that through all of those situations, I maintained a high level of motivation, and I kept working every single day at chipping away at the things that were going to get me to the development that I needed to conquer that goal, or to that goal. So basically, what I'm trying to get at is you can't half ass. You gotta work, you gotta stay the course, even when everything's like falling down around you. Even when people are falling down, people are falling off, don't want to support you, people are bringing turmoil into your life, injuries, hospitalization. I mean, life is a trip, and life is going to throw so many curveballs at you. It's unbelievable. But you have to rely on the fact that if you keep chipping away, like, on that rock and building that sculpture, you have to know in your mind, like, even if I lose days, even if I don't, reach those levels that I thought that I would be at by a certain time, that you're going to get there. Because without that faith and without that confidence, you have nothing. But the big thing is that attitude of not half-assing. That's the big one. You have to already have that in your mind. When you set off for whatever it is you're trying to get, let's just take career. I see a lot of people that want these careers, and the big one that I always see, I just shared, like some nuggets. The big one that I see is, you know, people don't work on their interpersonal skills enough. They want these huge things, and there's this competition, and they don't, you don't want to be fake, but in all reality, I mean, even one of my mentors told me, you got to be willing to kiss some ass to get to the top. Not because you're a kiss ass, but just because, like, you know, you got to be noticed. And that's part of the half-assing thing. You can be the greatest in your field, but if you can't touch the right people or get in and go with the right people, you're not going to get noticed. And so, bye career goal. You know, you need people to move forward unless you have your own business. But even then, you need people to buy from you. You still have to profit. So you're gonna have to work with people. So, you know, the interpersonal skills when it comes to career, reading up on your field, you know, you have to be a lifelong learner. That's your life. You live in a life of the internet now. You live in a life, you live in a time where kids have the ability to learn more than someone that's 50 by the time they're 20 because of the internet. You know, it's amazing. I mean, I know kids, you know, 18 years old that are super intelligent. They may not have that life experience, but they're intelligent, you know, and they know a lot. And they can think on their own to a certain extent. So, I don't want to hold you too long. It's a beautiful Saturday day. Had a great walk. And now I have to do research all day. So, I'm happy. And the other part of the day, I get to spend with my kid. So, you know, how much better can it get than that? I don't think it can get any better. So, happy Saturday.